We need to talk about Travis Hunter's injury on the cheap shot by Henry Blackburn in the Colorado State game. Now, if you didn't see it, Blackburn came over from his safety position, put his shoulder into Hunter's ribs well after that sideline pass already sailed over Hunter's head. Now, Blackburn was trying to knock Hunter out of the game, and it worked. It was a cheap shot. But after Hunter came out of the game, he got sent to the hospital for evaluation, and all we know now is that Hunter is knocked out for several games. And until he gets back, Henry Blackburn should be suspended too. But he won't be, because you can intentionally try to injure somebody you want in college football. So as long as you don't lower your head when you do it, lower your head, whiff on a tackle like Weber State's Nasimi Colvin did against Utah last week, kicked out of the game. Lower your shoulder into the ribs of the best player on the field at full speed well after the play has ended, stay in the game, but the ball gets moved 45 feet ahead. Now, Henry Blackburn isn't going to go unpunished. This is from a young man who is from Boulder, Colorado. Walking around in his hometown is going to be a little less comfortable now that people like LeBron James are tweeting about his dirty hit. However, he will be able to play in the first half of the next week's game versus Middle Tennessee State, while his teammate Muhammad Kamara will have to sit out because he got flagged for targeting on his hit of Shedeur Sanders. And I know that people are going to say, this is about Colorado. Oh, stop talking about, you wouldn't even be saying this. I've been saying this for years in other sports, not just college football. When you make a dirty play, you should be out the same amount of time as the person that you made the dirty play against is out. And this is less about Henry Blackburn and more about how it exposes the NCAA's ridiculous refusal to address the fact that a massive portion of the targeting calls involve accidental contact and end up being judgment calls from referees who are watching slow motion replays of a fast motion play. There needs to be a differentiation between incidental and non-malicious contact that the NCAA wants to discourage, and the intentional type of plays that can ruin somebody's career and physical well-being. And nobody understands the need to keep players as safe as possible in a game intensely more physical than I do. I had to take these hits. I've had multiple back surgeries, but I'm a former offensive player that's here to tell you that trying to take the football out of football by differentiating between things that happen when a defender is trying to make a play, like when Mississippi State's Sean Preston Jr. got tossed for tackling a non-sliding Jaden Daniels in their game against LSU. This is football. Bad things happen to good people sometimes. Now, at most, it should have been a penalty for leading with the helmet. I can live with that. But for the rules as they're written to create the reality that it's less egregious for a safety to use his shoulder as a weapon on a defenseless receiver after the play ends, that's a joke. We can try and rid the game of lowered crowns and launching. That's a notable pursuit. Stuff like what Denver Broncos' Kareem Jackson did to Washington Commanders tight end Logan Thomas on Sunday needs to involve punishments that span the length of injuries that they might cause. I feel the same way about Henry Blackburn. But if the illegal contact seems unintentional, throw the flag. Make it a teachable moment instead of an overly punitive action that shifts the balance of competition in the game. Let that sink in.